Why would a coach punish his best swimmer for winning? She touched the wall first, but instead of praise, her racist coach eyes burned with hatred. And the next day, he did something so cruel it left everyone speechless. Stay tuned. 10-year-old Jalaiah Tate stood at the edge of the Olympic-sized pool. This was it, the Orlando Waves Swim Club, the most elite team in Florida, where the best of the best trained. Except, according to Coach Brandon Keaton, she didn't belong. "You don't have the build for this," Keaton sneered, arms crossed over his broad chest. "Swimming is about finesse, not just whatever it is you people do." His voice dripped with condescension, his blue eyes cold as steel. Jalaiah flinched but kept her chin up. She knew exactly what he meant by "you people." There were no other black kids on this team. Not one. The other swimmers, mostly white, a few Hispanic, shuffled awkwardly, their eyes darting between the coach and the lone black girl. Some snickered, others just looked away. No one stood up for her. Jalaiah's mother, Tanya Tate, had warned her about this. "They'll try to break you before you even get in the water," she had said that morning. "But you were born to swim." Jalaiah inhaled deeply, pushing back the lump in her throat. She wouldn't let him break her. "Wait a second. Tell us where you're watching from in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this." Coach Keaton smirked. "Let's see what you got, Tate. Maybe you'll prove me wrong. But I doubt it." The challenge in his voice lit a fire inside her. She was ready. From the moment Jalaiah hit the water, it was war. Coach Keaton singled her out in every practice. No matter how well she performed, it was never good enough. "Too slow, Tate. You're wasting my time, Tate. Are you even trying?" It didn't matter if she beat her teammates in practice drills. He always found something wrong. Always made her redo laps. Always made sure the entire team knew she was the outsider. During a backstroke drill, Jalaiah touched the wall first. She lifted her head, expecting some kind of acknowledgement. Maybe not praise, but at least recognition. Instead, Keaton barked, "False start. Do it again." Her heart pounded. She hadn't false started. Everyone knew it, but no one said a word. This was his game. Jalaiah glanced at the bleachers. Her parents sat there every day watching. Her father, Marcus Tate, wore his usual unreadable expression, but her mother's face was a storm brewing. Still, Jalaiah never complained. She just tightened her goggles and pushed off the wall again. If he wanted to break her, he'd have to try harder. Whispers followed her everywhere. "She's only here because of her parents' money. She'll quit by next month. Black people don't even swim like that." Jalaiah pretended not to hear. She dealt with this at school, at summer camps, even at public pools. But here, on a team that was supposed to be about skill, it stung deeper. She wanted to say something. She wanted to scream. But her mother's words played in her head. "Let your swimming do the talking." So she did. Every practice, she swam harder. Every drill, she pushed further. Her body ached. Her arms felt like lead, but she refused to show weakness. And it started to pay off. Her teammates saw it. Some of them, like Milo Sanchez, started to respect her. "You're fast," he admitted one day after practice. "Like really fast." But the others? They doubled down. Especially Jessica Brooks, the team's top female swimmer. "You're a joke," Jessica hissed in the locker room one evening. "Coach is just waiting for you to fail." Jalaiah shot back. "Then he's gonna have a long wait." Jessica's smirk faltered. Jalaiah wasn't breaking. Then came the biggest test, the regionals qualifier. Coach Keaton, forced to put her on the roster due to her improving times, made sure her heat was the hardest. She was up against Jessica and two of the fastest boys. A setup to make her fail. The gun went off. Jalaiah dove in, her body cutting through the water like a knife. Every stroke was fueled by anger, by years of hearing she didn't belong. The crowd roared as she pulled ahead. Jessica was right beside her, pushing hard. Then, the last 50 meters. Jalaiah kicked harder, arms burning, lungs screaming for air. And then the touch. She slammed her hand into the wall. Looked up. First place. Jessica was second. The boys trailed behind. The pool deck erupted. Even the swimmers who had whispered behind her back gawked in shock. And Coach Keaton? His face was pure rage. He couldn't deny it anymore. She wasn't just good. She was the best. Jalaiah climbed out of the pool, heart hammering. She turned to find her mother and father standing at the edge of the bleachers. Her father was smiling. And then he stepped forward, right toward Coach Keaton. A hush fell over the team. Jalaiah watched as her father, usually quiet, always in the background, spoke loud enough for everyone to hear. I wonder how the club would do without its biggest sponsor. Silence. Coach Keaton's face went pale. The Tates were the team's largest financial backers. They funded new equipment, travel, and even part of Keaton's salary. And now, Jalaya's father just stared at the coach. "My daughter's not going anywhere." Keaton opened his mouth, then closed it. He looked like he wanted to disappear. Jalaya fought the urge to smile. Checkmate. Jalaya had proven herself. But Coach Keaton wasn't done with her yet. He was about to do something no one saw coming. And this time, she wasn't just fighting for respect. She was fighting for her future. Coach Brandon Keaton stood in his office, fists clenched, face red with fury. Jalaya Tate had humiliated him. A 10-year-old black girl, someone he had tried to run off the team, had not only beaten his best swimmers, she had exposed him. And the worst part, he couldn't touch her. Not directly, anyway. The Tates had power. They were the team's biggest financial sponsors, and after Marcus Tate's warning, Keaton knew his job was hanging by a thread. But he wasn't going down without a fight. He had one last move, a final stroke. If you're enjoying this story and want to hear more, hit that subscribe button now. Don't miss out. At the next practice, Keaton called the entire team together. He stood with his hands behind his back, voice cold. "Listen up," he announced. "Due to unsportsmanlike conduct at the regional qualifiers, Jalaya Tate is suspended from competition for 2 months." Gasps echoed through the pool deck. Jalaya felt her chest tighten. "What?" Jessica Brooks smirked. Some of the other swimmers whispered. Keaton continued, looking her dead in the eye. "Excessive force at the finish. You slammed into the wall too hard, almost injuring another swimmer." Jalaya's heart pounded. That was a lie. She had won fair and square. Her mother, Tanya Tate, shot up from the bleachers. "This is ridiculous," she snapped. "She followed every rule. You're just mad she beat your golden girl." Murmurs grew louder. Even some of the parents looked uncomfortable. Keaton shrugged. Rules are rules. Jalaya looked at him, refusing to let him see her cry. He wanted her to quit. This was his final attempt to break her. But he didn't know Jalaya Tate. She wasn't leaving. Jalaya trained harder than ever. If she couldn't compete, she would outwork everyone. She showed up early, stayed late. She swam until her muscles burned. Every lap was personal, and her teammates saw it. Some, like Milo Sanchez, started training with her. "Coach is full of it," he muttered one day. "We all know you won fair." Even some of the parents whispered among themselves, questioning Keaton's decision. But Jalaya wasn't looking for pity. She was looking for justice. And it was coming. 2 weeks into her unjust suspension, something changed. A video leaked online. It was the official race footage from regionals. A close-up angle from the pool deck. It showed everything. Jalaya's perfect finish, her clean touch, the moment she won fair and square. It also showed Keaton's face the moment he saw her time. The pure hatred in his eyes. And then, the audio. A parent in the background had caught Keaton muttering under his breath. "This little black girl thinks she can take over my team? Not happening." The internet exploded. The video went viral within hours. Parents flooded the team's email. Sponsors started pulling support. And by the next morning, Coach Keaton was fired. With Keaton gone, Jalaya's suspension was lifted. And just in time for state championships. This was the moment. The last time she had been on the block, she had something to prove. Now, she had something to claim. The starting gun fired. Jalaya dove in. Every stroke, every kick, every breath, it was all leading to this. She pulled ahead early, but Jessica Brooks was right next to her. The crowd was screaming. The last 25 meters. Jessica lunged forward, desperate to win. But Jalaya? She found something deeper. She kicked harder, reached further, and, bam, her hand hit the wall. First place. Jalaya Tate was the youngest state champion in history. She climbed out of the pool, exhausted, heart racing. And then, the crowd chanted her name. Her mother hugged her, tears in her eyes. And her father? He simply smiled. Because Jalaya had never needed their money. She had something stronger. She had earned it. Jalaya didn't just win for herself. She won for every kid who was told they didn't belong. For every girl who was doubted. For every dream that was almost crushed, but fought back. And when she stood on that podium, medal around her neck, she knew one thing. She wasn't just a swimmer. She was a champion. If you love this story, hit that subscribe button. Because Jalaya's journey isn't over. This is just the beginning.